All right, we're here in the middle of May 2024 and I'm in Northwest DC. That's a great area of Washington DC. So I was interested, I saw something on TV and on the radio and on the news, and it's this home at 1738 Glick Court, Northwest Washington DC. And it is 6 feet wide. Now I'm 6'6", so I'm very intrigued about this home. Right across the alley here is a nice mural. Nicely done. Just start out with this. So here is a view of the outside. It's tall and it is narrow. I mean, from here to here is 6 feet. So what that means is, myself being 6 foot 6 inches tall, I couldn't lay out across it. Let's go take a look at the top. It's got hardy plank, which is a great material for exterior. What that is it's concrete that's mixed with the paint, so if you scratch it, it's not going to do anything. And it's what they build high-end homes with now. All right, let's just take a quick view up. I've never seen such a narrow home. There were some challenges with the, I think with the city building. So one of the things they did here, which is kind of unusual, so it's 6 feet wide officially, but then they have some things that hang out, bump outs as we call them. All right, let's just walk around. I like the color, kind of a dark blue. I'm an Army veteran, I always like kind of green, but we can get by with something else. Okay, so here's the neighbor right across from you. Yeah, they make good use of all the space here. And look at that, isn't that cute? Someone parked their car, the little blue car. All right, I tell you, they really shoehorned this in here. So let's take a look. It is indeed 6 feet wide. Of course, you hear the horns and traffic here in DC. Wow, this is a small piece of land. Let's go ahead and go inside. I have the keys. Not much of a yard, I mean. Oh, look at this. You have some Trex deck here, and you can sit outside, I guess.
Hi, you are currently being recorded.
Good. They have a good automation system here for security. So you have lights here, which is good. Only challenge is the people right across from you can look down on you, and they got a window open there. Interesting. Okay, they made a good use of space here. All right, that's your glass sliding door. So let's go ahead and go inside. I really do like that color of the hardy plank. It never needs any maintenance. I guess that's the HVAC system. All right, next video will be inside. Okay, we are inside, and light doesn't seem to be going on. Huh? I wonder why the light's not going on. As soon as you come in the door, 1 inch from the door, let me pan down, is the knob here to the door frame. In fact, if you turn this down, open it, you can't open the door. Again, you're dealing with 6 feet width. That's not much space. All right, so you got a nice electric stove here. Quartz countertop. That's nice. Microwave. That's a large microwave. Quality cabinets. They made a good use of space here. So you've got some stools, and again a quartz countertop. Light. I tell you, this is designed well for for only having 6 feet. The kitchen, quartz again. Refrigerator is an LG, which is a good quality. Ice dispenser. Luxury vinyl plank flooring. Excuse me. And there's a patio we saw before when we were outside. And here's your living room. You know, I can honestly say this is 6 feet. I could not lay down on the floor and and I would overlap end to end. Let's take a look up. LED flush lighting. Lots of windows. But boy, is this narrow. It's kind of neat. And of course, they've got this is a nice touch here because you're not going to have room for much furniture, but you can sit on that. Just don't sit on the electrical outlet or the plug here for the TV. If you look out your windows, you see your neighbors. I think you probably have your blinds pulled shut, which means you wouldn't get a lot of light in here. All right, what is this? Oh, the bathroom. Oh wow, this is just like an airport, airplane bathroom. Very condensed. Again, the whole thing about the 6 feet wide. Interesting. All the finishes and touches seem to be good quality. Got a place down here underneath for your pets. All right. For some reason, I can't get the lights to go on. There. You know, this is such high tech. Oh my gosh. You have to depress it for a few seconds. Okay, now we got the lights on. You can see a little bit better. You know what this reminds me of? Like a Winnebago. Because you only have so much width because you can only be on the road. You can't exceed the width of a lane, although this would be a little bit wider than that, I think, or maybe it's the same size. I don't know. All right, so got a half bath down here. Got your living room down here. Got glass sliding doors to go out to your enclosed deck. You've got a very efficient kitchen here. And this is kind of your dining table because you don't have room for an actual table. All right, next video will be upstairs. Okay, we're upstairs. So this property is 1 bedroom, 1.5 baths. We saw the half bath downstairs. It was built in 2023 last year, and square footage is 600 square feet. This is almost the square footage of some of those tiny homes we see on TV shows. The ceiling here is 9 feet tall, which is good. When I started out, I was looking at that mural across the street. Of course, got the blinds here. And that's a point of reference we are. So this is the one bedroom. I guess this would be the primary bedroom. You know, I couldn't sleep in this bed because although they got bump outs here, that's true. Okay, so they bumped out this wall and they bumped out this wall, and you can see that from here. Here on is a bump out, and then over here is a bump out. So I sleep in a California king bed, and this is not I don't know that a California king bed would even fit in here. All right. You've got the European style HVAC and air conditioning, which is very efficient. They do that very well in Europe. They're using that here. I don't know why we don't use it more here. Here's a view of the stairs as we came up. I like the dark brown color. Okay, let's bring the camera back up. So we've got windows on both sides. And this would be your full bath. And that is very nice tile. It almost looks like marble. You've got a glass enclosed shower. Whoa, that's high tech looking. I was having trouble with the lights downstairs in the kitchen. I don't know if I can figure this one out. Kind of a rain shower head there. Your washer and dryer are up here. LG is a good brand, and they're thin. Q is the top of the line. And your hot water heater's here. And you've got a door. Where does this door go? Maybe I'll open it. Yeah. Okay, so the door is blocked off, but you got a door there. Just can't use it. All the appointments here are very nicely done. Very nicely done. Let's take a look up top. You got some nice, it's very nice done. Everything here is nicely done. I like the color contrast. So that's it. 600 square foot, 1 bedroom, 1.5 bath. Nice appointments. I tell you, if you could do this in a lot of other places, there's almost no place you couldn't put a home like this. All you need is something 6 feet wide and, I don't know, 25 feet long. It's nicely done. So the price on this is, I wrinkled the corner there, $581,903. So basically it's $582,000. They just reduced the price. It was $599,000. It is the northwest part of DC, which is close to a lot of things in Washington, DC. And that's the look at this home. I was very curious. It truly is 6 feet wide. They weren't kidding.